Comrades, we're moving now to Central Bastille. Let me see Central Bastille massive. Central Bastille, let me see you out in the air. Puffer Master, let me see you out in the air. We want to welcome to the microphone the Honorable Marcella Liburd. Come to the microphone.
Natural beauty, you know. Tell, no, I've never been someone shy until I seen your eyes. Still I had to try, yeah. Oh yes, let me get my words right and then approach you. Woman, I'll treat you like a man is supposed to. You'll never have to cry, no. I know everyone can relate to when they find a special someone. And she's royal, yeah, so royal. And I want her in my life.
Comrades and friends of labor, brothers and sisters, what a rally we have in here today. What a rally. Valencia say, we've come this far by faith, leaning on the Lord. And you know what? We're not turning back. We're not turning back. We're going forward with labor. And so I want to welcome all of you, and I want to pay a special welcome to all little children who you see you have around here. All of the little children, put your hands together for them. Because I remember in Labor Day March, year after year, when we have the little pom-pom girls, them pom people will come down and say, where they go with them little children? Only children in the march. They can't even vote because they missed the point. This is not just about who can vote. It's not just about who can vote. We're here to look after everybody, even the little children. And not only that, you know, they just come big. And they forget that they just vote after a while. And so we like to have them in Labor Day March. And we want to welcome them to the meeting. Them is Labor Picnic. And we're glad to have them here at this meeting. But I want to express condolences to the family of the taximan Johnson, who died from halfway tree. He was a taximan, and he plied his trade right here in the circus. And so I want to extend condolences even to the other taximen, because Mr. Johnson did his job professionally. I had dealings with him. He did it professionally, and he was a very polite man, full of manners and very respectful. And so we want to pay our tribute to him because he contributed to the tourism industry and to the country in a positive way. We would also want to express condolences to the family of the late Kay Woods. She worked right there at Digicel. And I'm sure that the Digicel people are also grieving over her loss. And so we want to extend condolences to her family and to the Digicel family, because, you know, we are one big family in labor and in the country. And we are family-oriented. And so that is why the campaign for Central Bastille this year will be a love campaign. We are only spreading love in Central Bastille. And anybody who come in between me and the people of Central Bastille, we're going to squeeze them. We can squeeze them because it's love we're spreading in Central Bastille. So we'll be coming with a big love campaign. So look out for the big love train that will be coming to Central Bastille. And I want you to know, the people of Central Bastille, that we have our camp coming up from the 19th to the 23rd of August for our children ages 5 to 12. Forms already available, $10 registration. You can get your forms at Massey's house and from other Central Bastille people. We'll have our usual camp. And I'll tell you something. This is the 6th year that we have in this camp. The 6th year that we have in this camp. I'm only in office for 3 years. and we have in the camp for 6 years. I want you to understand what service is. And what has happened is we had some children who started maybe when they're 8, when they're 9, they're now outside the age range. But some of them keep coming back. So this year we have something special for them. So we are running a nail designing course for those ages 13 to 16. So if you're interested in nail designing, you can see us. The class could only accommodate 20. So the sooner you sign up, the better. And we'll also be running a barbering class for that same age range. Again, the numbers are limited. And the registration is $10. I'll be going on for the week. In Central Bastille, we are one loving family. And we look after everybody because stronger families make safer communities.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me.
And in labor, because we are working class government, we look after workers. And so we've been doing quite a bit for workers. The service charge, as you know, the act we passed, we're now saying that the workers must get 90% of it by law. So no more, you know exactly what is going to happen to that service charge. 90% of it will be going to the workers. And then we had the long service gratuity, and there are some questions being asked. We are looking at the administrative side of that law right now because we want it to be able to come on stream as soon as possible. In there, you would know how soon you're going to get your money after you claim. And I tell you, it will be short. But the rules and regulations will be there for you. In there will also be those who qualify. But I want to assure you that once you spend 10 years or more at one institution, you'll qualify. And also, I want to assure you that those who have to die like Patricia Allen did on the job, their children or whoever their beneficiaries are would benefit from the long service gratuity. Because this is a government that cares for the people. This is a government that cares for women. Because it's the industrial estate that carried this fight for the last 20 years. 98% female. But you know what? When you look after women, everybody benefits. And so it's not just for women. Because the people in Horsford gonna get it. The people in TDC who ain't on the pension gonna get it. All those people who work in the stores and who work in the Ram supermarket, all those persons would qualify for the pension. And guess what? The Prime Minister said he reviewing salaries. So all those people who work in parks and beaches, who haunting me morning, noon and night about salary, your Prime Minister say he looking after salaries. This is a good government, looking after the workers of this country. Pensioners will benefit as well. All public servants. And also, we'll also be looking at the minimum wage. Because we have to look after all of the workers of this country. We are working class government, looking after all of the workers of the country. And I want to say to the workers of Lutron, those who are being dismissed, that we are also looking into your cases. Because we believe that you need some help and you need some assistance. And we have to make sure that your case is looked after. And so I've already asked the Ministry of Labor to look at all those dismissals, those recent dismissals from Lutron. Because these are women who have their families to take care of. And so we have to make sure that we're looking after the workers of this country and looking after the women. You see, employment is employers and employees. And so we have to make sure that the employees have a voice. And so we are here to be your voice. Because there must be some balance in the system. There must be some balance. And so workers must have greater protection on their jobs. And we are here to ensure that. So we are here to look after you. And with the labor code that we are doing now, the labor code that we are doing, you would get greater protection under that labor code when it comes. We'll further explain it to you when the time comes. What about boundaries? A lot of talk about boundaries. And you're hearing some people talking about gerrymandering. Well, I like to hear them talk about gerrymandering, you know. Because I leave the talk about gerrymandering up to all of the gerrymandering experts who are talking about it. They're the experts in gerrymandering, so they would know. Because as old people say, evil thinks as evil does. So once they're thinking it, you know, is what they done do. And so that is why they're talking about it. But we are changing the boundaries according to the Constitution. We are going according to the Constitution. And the Constitution says that the boundaries must be reviewed every 2 to 5 years. The Constitution says that every constituency must have equal or near equal inhabitants, not electors, inhabitants. And so we are going on the census, and we are making sure that all the constituencies have equal or near equal inhabitants. You know why that is so? Because you cannot have one representative getting paid to represent 2,500 people and another representative getting the same pay to represent 6,000 people. That can't be fair. That can't be fair. That is undemocratic. That is not good governance. And so because of that, you have to make sure that each representative representing the same amount of people. Very interestingly, I'm hearing that boundary change is going to affect candidates. Well, boundary change is going to affect candidates, yes. It's going to affect PAM candidates, and it's going to affect Labour candidates, and it's going to affect CCM candidates, and it's going to affect NRP candidates, because boundary change will affect candidates. When they changed the boundaries in 1983, it affected candidates. And when they changed the boundaries in 1988, it affected candidates. So what else is new? What else is new? Anytime your boundary changes, it will affect candidates. But we are here to go out and get the support of the people. And if the people are on your side, boundary change or not, you will get what belongs to you. Don't forget, we tried to change the boundaries in 2009, and they took us to court, and there was some technical difficulty, and they said we can't win on the old boundaries. And guess what? We had to fight the election on the old boundaries. Didn't we win? 60% of the vote on the old boundaries. So we could win on the old boundaries, but we are carrying out our constitutional duty, and we are asking you to have full confidence in the government in moving forward with the boundaries change. You must have full confidence in the boundaries change, because we are doing it according to the Constitution. And when you hear them bawling, I don't know what they're bawling for. I don't know what they're bawling for. Twice PAM changed boundaries and we didn't bawl. We had to fight the elections on the new boundaries. They not only changed the boundaries in 1983, but in 1984, some 2 months or so before the election, they changed the rules. They changed the rules. And they changed the rules because they don't prepare themselves. So whereas you had to live 6 months in a constituency before you could register in that constituency, they removed the 6 months. So you ain't got to live no time in the constituency. They removed the 6 months. They didn't say reduce it to 3 months or reduce it to 2 months. They removed the whole 6 months. So you didn't have to live any time in the constituency, because they already went to North America, wherever else they went, and prepared the people. And then they introduced continuous registration, which is not a bad thing. And then they bring in all the people. They had to put up tents and all. They had to put up tents for them. No place for them to stay. And they bring them in and register them all over the place. And then call an election. Call an election. And we had no big protest and demonstration. We fought them. We fought them because they wanted not only to stay in power, but they wanted to get rid of Nevis. Because at that time it was a PAM NRP government. And Sim Daniel was the Minister of Finance. And the PAM people didn't like that. They didn't want the money to be in Nevis. And so they did everything within their power in order to get rid of Nevis. So they went, they changed boundaries, they changed rules, they do whatever. So what they're balling for? And we are doing ours constitutionally. When they changed the boundaries in 83, there was absolutely no consultation in this country. No consultation with nobody. No consultation at all. As a matter of fact, they called a boundaries meeting, and in 1 hour, 60 minutes, they changed the boundaries. And then they adjourned until the afternoon of the same day. Went back 1 o'clock. And And in 15 minutes, they change the boundaries in Nevis. 15 minutes. So in 1 hour and 15 minutes, the boundaries change in St. Kitts and Nevis. We haven't done that. This commission has been appointed since August 2012. We're nearly August 2013. This is almost 1 year now. And we've been having meeting after meeting after meeting. And every meeting, the opposition is represented. They're there. We also decided to have an outreach to all the political parties. All that never happened when they changed the boundaries in 83. No consultation with nobody. But we sent out something to all of the political parties, asking them to put forward their proposals for the boundary change. The only party who ain't put in nothing is PAM. Because if you know them, nothing at all they plan to take part in. That's how they operate. When they had the Constitutional Commission under Sam Kondo, they said they ain't taking part. We had the Electoral Reform Commission under Sam Kondo. They said they ain't taking part because Sam say all kind of thing and all kind of thing. They write everybody in the wall to complain Sam. They write the Commonwealth. They write OECS. They write everybody. They say they ain't taking part. So now you having the Boundaries Commission, PAM as usual. They're not going to take part. Don't care what. Because that is their modus. That is the way they operate. They believe that they're supposed to control when they're in and they must control when they're out too. That is the operation. That's the way they operate. But this is labor and we are in power and in charge. But we are not abusing our power because we are operating within the four walls of the Constitution. And we ask them to put in the proposals. CCM put in the proposals. NRP put in the proposals. Even NIP put in the proposal, but PAM ain't put in none. So we go ahead without PAM because they had an opportunity to put in proposals and they put it on. So what they're coming with now after the fact. When you don't keep your last meeting and you don't go into the coming now saying, oh, this and all that, when they had an opportunity to put proposals before the commission and they refused. They said they ain't doing none because the government illegal and the government unconstitutional and no confidence motion and all kind of reason they give. But with all the illegal, the government illegal, I keep telling you, find out if yesterday Petty they went for the money. Find out from them if they didn't go for the money yesterday Petty from the illegal government. I don't know what kind of illegality they're talking about. That's how confused they are. And that is why you cannot support them. Because labor is the only option in this country right now. When you look at the options that you have, politics is about choice. And when you look at the choice you have, really, it's no choice at all. It's no choice at all. Because you have on one hand a leader in the Right Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas. There is no other leader in the country. As a matter of fact, they can't even find the leader. They're jumping from one to the next. So whereas we have leadership over here, what they have is a leaky ship over there. We got leadership and they got a leaky ship. So you got to make sure that you stay with the leader who could take you through all the rough waters and come out with smooth sailing. Full confidence. Full confidence. Full confidence. Have a good evening.
Well, this government nice, good government.